Creatine monohydrate is one of the best supplements you can take. In fact, there's more research behind it compared to whey protein. I recommend every South Asian lady, especially after the age of 30, take creatine monohydrate, and I'm going to explain exactly why. Now, creatine is not a magical supplement created by some gym bros in a lab. Although big muscly bodybuilders take it, you guys need to take it as well. So the thing is, your own body actually makes it. You get small amounts from meat and fish, but just not enough to really feel the benefits. Now think of your muscles like rechargeable batteries. So every time you move, cooking, cleaning, climbing stairs, you use up energy called ATP. Now the problem is, that charge can run out quite quickly. So creatine's job is to just top up those batteries, for lack of a better explanation, so you don't burn out halfway through. So in real life, it just means you can feel stronger, less tired, and even a bit sharper mentally. There's a lot of benefits around brain health as well that's coming out. It's, as I said, it's one of the most researched supplements in the world as well, and thousands of studies proving it works. And no, it is not steroids. The only thing it does, it gives your muscles more energy and a little extra fullness from the water. So anyone who sells you creatine and says it is buffered a certain way to remove the bloat, it's not true creatine. Now the best way to picture it is, imagine cooking in a dawat, okay, with one gas burner. Stressful. Creatine is like giving you 4 burners instead. Suddenly you can handle more without feeling wrecked. Probably a poor explanation, but hopefully you get what I mean. So really, honestly, creatine monohydrate is just a tiny scoop of tasteless powder a day that helps you stay stronger, sharper, and less drained, both in gym and everyday life. Okay, so there you go. That's a very simple explanation of what it is. Now, a lot of people will think, oh, but I don't work out. Do I need to take it? Well, yeah, because I would say even if you do modest walking or a little bit of cardio, your muscles still use up this energy, this ATP. So it's very important that you don't just look at it as, I need to be working out to take it. The same way people don't need to be taking whey protein powders if they only work out. You can still take it to top up your needs. Now here's why I recommend most South Asian ladies, especially those who get older, take it. The reason being, you guys, just for some reason, your kind of exercise is a kryptonite for you. You don't want to exercise, or you don't want to weightlift, which is even better for you. One of the team members, Dr. Amina, wonderful at what she does. One of the things that she says to me all the time, that she comes across a lot of people, a lot of ladies who suffer injuries from falls as they get older, and they have very brittle bones, and as they get older they just accept the fact that aging is just something that's supposed to happen. And in contrast, when she sees people who lift weights, those ladies, the proof is in the pudding. They feel a lot better, they don't injure themselves as much, and there's nothing magical about them. They've got the same background, but all they're doing is they're exercising and they're lifting weights. So when you're lifting weights and you want an extra edge, having a bit of creatine monohydrate in your supplement regime is probably a very, very wise thing. Now, a lot of people will say to you, oh, you just eat enough meat and you'll be fine. You don't have to take this, it's unnatural. Your spouse might say, oh, leave it to the big bodybuilders. Well, they don't really know much if they're saying that to you, okay? The majority of the clients that we deal with, a lot of ladies have asked about it. I've been honest, I've been upfront about what it does, and they found it to be quite helpful. Usually it takes around 2 to 3 weeks for your body to reach full saturation, and you'll feel the benefits from it there. So keep you mentally sharp as well. There's a lot of promising research around brain health. I won't go into that just now because that is a whole other video. In terms of exercise performance, if right now you just feel like you want to maximize everything and just have the edge, then I would recommend creatine monohydrate. It is super cheap, it is quite simple, it is a very easy dissolvable powder. If you can put sugar in your garak chai, you can take creatine monohydrate. You can mix it with squash, sugar-free diluting juice or squash, and Bob's your uncle. Now, I do need to cover the myth behind it, and as I said, I touched upon this before, it's not going to make you big and bulky, okay? If that were the case, right, if that were the case, look at me. Yeah, I've got a little bit of muscle on me, I wish I had more, but I don't. I've been taking creatine for the last 15 years, I've been drinking protein shakes, I've been eating well, but thousands of calories, and I'm not a bodybuilder, okay? So you have nothing to worry about. Men generally have more testosterone, which is the male sex hormone, than women, so naturally we are going to find it easier to build muscle. Women have a hard time building muscle. Creatine is not going to make you big, it's not going to make your voice go deeper, give you facial hair growth, or give you an Adam's apple. It's not going to make you big and bulky. What it will do is it will pull a bit of water into your muscle cells, and that will give off the impression possibly that you've gained weight. But this is normal. It's a bit of water weight. You shouldn't be concerned about it. If you want a fuller appearance, a more toned appearance, creatine monohydrate is your best friend. And there's not a single study out there that actually shows it's bad for you or will kill you or give you kidney damage or brain damage, or I think the other one is it makes you go bald. Again, nothing to it. Now, how should you actually go and take it? I have been asked this question a few times on Instagram because people read that you should load it and take higher amounts. I wouldn't bother unless you are an athlete and you need to get the edge immediately. I would not bother loading. In fact, this can cause a lot of cramping because with creatine you need to drink a lot of water as well. So I would say just dose it the way it's coming in the pack. So 3 to 5 grams per day is fine. As you get bigger, or for males, if any males are watching this, as you gain more muscle mass, the 5 gram limit probably doesn't make sense. You can probably increase to 7 or 10 grams max, I would say. But if you're a woman watching this video and you just want to keep a nice healthy dose each day, 3 to 5 grams or just a scoop size will do the job. Take it every single day. You do not have to take it pre or post workout. All of that stuff is nonsense. Take it whenever you remember. With water, obviously you need to drink plenty of water as well. I have found that some people don't like the taste of it. It can taste quite weird when it's a plain one. So if you find that, just drink it with sugar-free diluting juice or squash and you'll be fine. So don't overthink it. Take it daily. Timing does not matter. And there you go. In a very short video, you now understand that creatine is a very beneficial supplement. Unfortunately, I have a very hard time getting this through to people. But the good news is TikTok has actually been useful for once. And there's a lot of influencers out there who are now getting ladies to use creatine monohydrate because of some of the promising research out there, even though it's existed for bloody years. But it's being brought to light now, so I guess something good came out of social media. So definitely make sure you look into it if you want to. But as always, if you're unsure or you want to be safe, you can always speak to your doctor about this. I put a disclaimer in the description, as I always do. But in short, if you exercise with steps, general exercise, or if you lift weights and you want an edge, creatine monohydrate is great. Now, on the topic of working out, I actually made a very bold statement and I said working out actually isn't that essential. Sounds crazy since I've just made this video. If people want to lose weight, exercise should probably be the last thing on their mind, which might confuse you just now. So before you go, please watch that video because I'm going to talk you through exactly why that is, and it's going to completely shift your thinking around exercise.